Hey guys, what's going on? We got another Enhancement Shaman Mythic Plus video. We are doing a 10 Necrotic Wake, nothing too crazy. And if I'm being honest, I have not felt like pushing whatsoever this season at all. I haven't even tried a 12 yet, but yeah, nobody in my guild seems to want to do or push many keys. I don't know, we'll see what happens. But anyways, there is a big question that I have is when the heck is Root of Elements going to be fixed? Because like right now, as much as I like Ascendance, I don't like having it as an on use, especially in keys. In keys, it's kind of frustrating, mainly because you have to time it. It's like, oh, do I use it on this pack or do I save it for the boss? Or blah blah blah. I'd rather just have it proc. And right now, it is somewhat usable, but at such a loss of damage because of the way they rebuilt it, having it as like a 3% proc chance and proccing off a lightning bolt, it's not very good. But who knows? Who knows when they're going to fix it? They said they were going to do it in a future patch where it scales off of how much Maelstrom you spend, but that does not seem to be the case so far. And it's quite frustrating. It really is quite frustrating because it's one of my favorite talents. I don't know about anybody else, but I like just randomly proccing it, and I always seem to do more damage because I don't have to decide whether or not to use it or not, because it just happens on its own. And yeah, that's really what I am wondering. Like, why is it so difficult to get this ability fixed already? They said it was supposed to be changed, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're gonna change it again, but not until like 10.1, I guess. I don't know. Or 11.1, whatever patch we're in. I don't know. But I have a feeling it should show up by next raid tier, hopefully. But yeah, I don't know. Speaking of next raid tier, the Undermine looks pretty awesome. And I am very curious to how the tier sets are gonna look. I have to say it can't look any worse than this season. Like this season was just this season was a bomb. It really was, especially compared to other seasons. And I think this is the first season people would probably agree is like the worst tier set look that it has been. So I don't know. We should get an insight of that soon because they did say the PTR should be coming up very soon, but I'm not too certain. The other thing is we're getting another cool mount, drifty mount or something like that. We can control all of its mechanics and stuff like that, so that'll be interesting to see. And oh yeah, in the next patch, 11.0.7, we have a special ring coming up, which I believe is coming in the next couple of weeks. I don't know. But it's going to be just like the obsidian ring from Dragonflight, which is very questionable, where you find certain gems that do certain things like a proc of nature damage or something like that, which is going to be interesting and very weird. As to why they brought that back, I don't know. Just seems kind of odd to me. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, more on about next season. We have the Mythic Plus lineup, which is Theater of Pain, Mechagon Workshop, which is the second half, which is one of the sets that people did not like, and we got the new dungeon, the Pipeline, and oh, Motherload. Um, So not a bad lineup, I would say. I feel like Workshop is going to be some of the worst. But we're going to have a lot of trinket
Only
options.
the strongest
Because I believe Mechagon has a few, although I don't remember which side is which. Then they also have the ring, but I feel like that requires... I wonder what they're going to do about that, because there's a ring with the proc, but it requires the other half from Junkyard, which is an interesting one. So I'm not sure if they're going to modify the way the ring works or what. But yeah, that'll be an interesting one for sure. And for Theater of Pain, I feel like a lot of people aren't too happy about that one. I don't know. It's kind of for me. It is what it is. They decided it's going to be that. We're going to have to suck it up and play it. But I don't think it'll be too bad, and I'm sure they're going to do some modifications. But they haven't announced what the seasonal affix is going to be yet. And based on the theme, it's probably got to do something with goblins or gallywicks. Meaning we're probably going to get some sort of explosions or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, it's quite exciting to see. I'm excited to see.
Your survival
I don't know why he
wasn't
died
necessary.
there. I guess he turned to me and got really angry, or I pulled aggro maybe, I'm not sure. But he just turned to me and gruesome slashed me, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm dead. But yeah, next patch is super exciting. As for any other information, we have nothing. Whether that's tier set, bonuses, or anything like that. There's been nothing data mined yet. So I am quite interested to see. This current season is quite powerful with the extra feral spirit, so it's gonna be actually they're probably gonna nerf season 1 tier set. As to how, I don't know. But it is very possible we might not switch tier sets because of how powerful this is. And that's because we're getting an extra 15 or 20% damage every time we feral spirits. With flowing spirits, that happens quite a lot. So it's definitely going to be a question on what is it and how is it going to compete. But based on the way things are going, it should be pretty good. I hope. If it goes horribly, then that sucks. I just don't want it to... So this season is really good because it doesn't really force you into one version of Enhance or a spell. And I hope they continue with that type of thing because I hate being forced into a spec that I don't want to play. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy all versions of Enhancement. I play them all. But when I'm forced into something like Dragonflight Season 4, it's extremely frustrating having to play something because the other ones just don't work because of the way the tier set is. It just forces you into this one version of the specialization, and it's like, okay, we have 3 different types. Why can I only play one? It's because the tier set forces you. And I really hope that doesn't happen. I hope they've learned their lesson from making that. But if we have to do it for one season, I'll probably find some way to play a different version of the spec with it. But yeah, if they make it around Sundering, we could be seeing a Totemic meta. If they make it around Maelstrom Spenders, it's most likely going to be a Stormbringer meta. But it's hard to say. It's definitely hard to say. There's too many unknowns right now. But the main one is when the heck are they bringing back Root of Elements? That's the question I want, because I am tired of using Ascendance. As it's not that I don't like it. The 2-minute is insane, and it lines up perfect with Scardens, which I don't have that trinket yet from Grim Patrol. I still have not gotten it. I've kind of given up on getting it because it just doesn't drop. But like, just trying to time things in Mythic Plus is frustrating, and you use your cooldowns and then it's like, oh, now we're doing a big pack and stuff like that. It's just better to just, oh, I proc, nice, let's go. And so that's one reason why I want Root of Elements back. Another thing is they keep nerfing Primordial Wave. I feel like I brought this up before, but Primordial Wave, there's a possibility that they want to remove it from the spec. And my suspicions are getting more and more, seem like they're becoming more and more true. And the reason why I say that is because they keep nerfing it. So first it was the 10% haste removal from Splintered Elements. And now they reduced how much Maelstrom it generates when you have the second talent. And the next thing they're probably going to do is nerf how much damage it does. I don't know. But why they keep nerfing it, I'm not sure. I never felt like it was super overpowered, but and the nerf didn't really change it other than Splintered Elements being nerfed, but the Maelstrom one wasn't quite that big of a deal, but still. It's really weird. It really is, and I feel like they're gonna remove it and change it with something at some point, but whenever that is, who knows? Hopefully they bring back Chain Harvest. That'd be nice. I'd really like to see Chain Harvest come back, but that ability was so overpowered, especially when you had the certain legendaries. Because in Shadowlands, when they allowed you to use your Covenant legendary with any other legendary, basically an Enhanced Shaman would run Chain Harvest with Sky Fury Demise or whatever, which increased Flame Shock's critical chance. And then what the Covenant legendary did was every time Flame Shock critically struck, it reduced the cooldown of Chain Harvest by 1 second. So basically, in packs, all you were doing was pressing Chain Harvest. That was it. That's all you really pressed. And it was hilarious. I mean, I did keys where I was the healer as Enhancement, and all I did was Chain Harvest. Because that's all you had to do. And it was hilarious. In single target, it does fall off. But in AoE, like, you just kept the group alive no matter what. You didn't need a healer, your healer could have DPS'd or whatever. It's just all you did was Chain Harvest, and it was great. But Chain Harvest, mix that with 10 stack of Maelstrom, that could get out of hand pretty fast. Especially with how powerful it was with just 5 stacks in Shadowlands. Could you imagine doubling that? Like, that would go crazy, especially in PvP too, when people were getting pretty much clobbered by Chain Harvest. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, I hope they kind of remove Primordial Wave or put it into the class tree or something. I mean, truly, I think Ascendance and Primordial Wave could both be in the class tree, mainly because all 3 specializations have it. It makes no sense for them not to be. It's just really weird because we don't actually have any power in our class tree. Like, as to why, I don't know. But on every other class, they have quite a bit of power to choose from in their class tree. And Shamans just don't. It's quite frustrating. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else they could do. But I have a feeling they could do that. But in the essence of Mythic Plus for Enhancement Shaman and Enhancement Shaman in general, there has still been no notes of any nerfs coming soon, which is kind of a good thing and a bad thing. Enhancement is currently one of the top performing specs in PvE, and not by too far. I think in Mythic Plus we're pretty powerful, and in single target raid we're quite powerful as well. Although I don't think we have the top DPS output, but I think we're still like the most consistent, I guess. Because I think Ret Paladins actually beat us in Mythic Plus, and I think some of the Warlock specs beat us in raid. I'm not sure. But either way, it's nice to see Enhancement staying at the top of the meters, because in Dragonflight took 1 week and we got nerfed and gutted and basically removed. And not only that, we had a massive hit cap with 5 targets, which is very frustrating. And now they kind of removed it with Searching Totem, if you play that, or Tempest, where it has no cap. Well, a soft capped, I guess. It used to be completely uncapped, which was hilarious. But yeah, it's great to see Enhancement just playing away. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do, because usually they would nerf us, and we haven't actually seen any balance patches in 3 or 4 weeks now, which is kind of weird. Normally they do something, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna let the rest of the video play without my little commentary. So If you guys are playing Toadmech, I hope you guys are enjoying it. And if you're playing Stormbringer, I hope you continue to enjoy that too. Enhancement, I feel like, is going to be a very strong contender throughout all of War Within, but who knows? Who knows? And with racials being changed too, some new races might come forth being very powerful. But anyways, guys, that is it for my commentary. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and I hope you enjoyed the video so far. Have a great rest of your night or day, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.
Your
Later.
survival wasn't necessary. Your ascension is complete. Your ascension is complete. Your survival wasn't necessary. Your ascension is complete. Your ascension is complete.
Shall be laid to waste.
Your ascension is complete. Your ascension is complete.
The storm. Had enough of you.
Your ascension is complete.